Good afternoon. It's Tuesday, February 6, 2024. Peace is a part of the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this afternoon, fire engulfs NTA building in River State. Police confirms influx of kidnappers in River State. Former DSS director urges against ransom payment for kidnappings. Federal government renews suspension of commercial flights from Niger Republic. And on the foreign scene, Kenya arrests prime suspect in deadly gas blast. I am Ifechu Kumoyele with the news. Fire has engulfed the staff quarters of the Nigeria Television Authority NTA Ozuoba, River State. It was gathered that the fire started from a candle light that was not kept properly. Our correspondent reports that 2 fire trucks from a private service company has arrived to the scene. But despite efforts, the fire has intensified. Moving on, the Chief Security Officer of Ikwere Local Government Area River State, Dixon Womaho, believes herders were involved in the recent kidnappings in Omawa Community, Obirikwere Road, Iguruta Airport Road, and others. He spoke to our correspondent.
It's quite unfortunate. Over this time the kidnapping is going on, most of the victims that we rescue, they confirm for me that the people that kidnap them is the herders. The first one that we rescue, the victim, we rescue them towards Iguruta, Ipo, and the Eche, because they kidnap them from Airport Road going to Iguruta, then pass through Iguruta, enter towards Ipo, then cross Eche. It's where we rescue the first victim. So what they normally do, inside the kidnap, not see them within Ikwere local government.
On his part, the Commandant General of the Nigeria Peace Corps, Akinlabi Kolawole, shared his perspective on the matter.
Herders are much in kidnapping cases. Where I know, like this Elele Road, last 2 years too, within Alu Aziz in the bush too, they won't block it. We, the people residing in that region, should help because these persons, they just come out from the bush and do whatever they want to do, run away from it. The other thing is, we in the various regions, we should try and hold the security of our region very well. That is my own stake.
Reacting to this, the South Secretary of Miete Ala Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, Ozairu Zubeiru, denied claims that herdsmen are involved in kidnapping.
They're not serious. It's not true. Because we, the cattle riders, we are not involved in that kidnapping activities. Herders, where they are residing with their family, with their wife and children everywhere in different areas. Like now, you might arrest somebody. And later two, you find that yes, it's Fulani, but you don't have his family, you don't have his cow, you don't have anything there.
Meanwhile, the River State Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Disu, says there is an influx of kidnappers in the state.
We are beginning to see influx of Fulani kidnappers into this town as well. We did a little bit of survey moving around. We are beginning to see their settlements.
As you may know, last week some women blocked the Bayelsa axis of the East-West Road in protest over alleged destruction of their crops and rape by suspected herders. In the meantime, the Assistant Inspector General of Police River State, Abutu Yaro, says the insecurity is due to professional criminals taking their act to new levels. He spoke on Nigeria Info FM's Morning Crossfire.
What were a lot of our professionals taking the act of criminality to another level. And one of the trends we are talking about criminality, because worldwide there are some people who take criminality as a vocation, as a career, and therefore from time to time they invent new methodologies and deepen their acts. Which is not today's phenomenon, but because of our unusual sense of control of issues, which has been part of our system all this while, it has actually accelerated.
AIGRO also said citizens have a role in crime fighting and called for increased citizens' action to complement police efforts towards curbing crime.
The citizens need to react. When you see a kidnapper moving with a victim on the farm, you don't need to run to police to give information. You need to attack. That is citizens' action. What we have been lacking in our country is citizens' action to criminal. Don't say in your room and say, I've gone deep, you have done this. Before, every citizen has a right to attack criminals. Every citizen has a right to make arrest. When you see a being committed within your premises, you need to react.
Similarly, former Director DSS Mike Ejiofor says payment of ransom to free kidnapped victims is not the way to go. He said just as security agencies adopt different strategies in combating kidnapping, the kidnappers also adopt newer measures and mode of operation. Speaking on Nigerian 4FM's Hard Fact, the security analyst urged citizens to collaborate with security agencies by providing relevant information to help track kidnappers.
You see, I have always maintained that our government position is that ransom should not be paid. In fact, the National Assembly even tried to criminalize payment of ransom. I think that's not the way to go. The way to go is to prevent this thing from happening. If we prevent it from happening, nobody will be paying ransom.
Mr. Ejiofor also called for strict compliance to President Tinubu's directive on the withdrawal of police officers from protective duties for dignitaries to tackle insufficient manpower in the police force.
So intel is not the problem, but we need to equip our military very well. And I'm happy to say that this year, our budget for defense is the highest so far. Don't also forget that we don't have sufficient manpower for the police to tackle this crisis. We have less than 350,000. And out of this 350,000 that we have, over 120 of them are engaged in protective duties for dignitaries.
Meanwhile, The Punch has reported an increase in the demand for bulletproof vehicles by very important persons, VIPs and wealthy individuals following the rising cases of kidnappings in the country. Armored vehicle dealers have confirmed an increase in sales of customized bulletproof sports utility vehicles, SUVs, as the kidnapping situation worsens. As you may know, our prompt victims and families there is wild for them despite winning from the federal government and be in the kidnap crisis.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. Some residents of Oyibo local government area are calling on the River State government to review the security checkpoint at Oyibo Junction. Recall that former Governor Nyesom Wike ordered strict security measures in the area during and after the NSAS protests in 2020. Our correspondent reports that the Oyibo Express lanes are completely blocked almost 4 years after, and most vehicles are made to stop halfway or follow alternative routes. The residents also decried constant harassment due to the continued military presence.
For this Obibo, imagine person go just come back from where in they go. He go the guy thing for head because of security. He go climb bike, then go command you to come down.
Since after NSAS, for people to enter inside the Obibo, now so then go enter another road before then go enter inside the Obibo. All those things makes people to spend more money. Let them leave this very place so that the road go dey empty. These are people where they keep here. They worry everybody, and it's not allow people to run as usual. If you coming from Port Harcourt, me people go take enter Obibo, but you see the major road we go take enter and the closer.
May the present government look into it. With the suffer well, it's as if everybody around this vicinity are all criminals.
And now in business, the federal government has renewed the suspension of commercial flights from Nigeria and from Nigeria to here. This follows a resolution by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, in the Republic on 26 July last year. In entertainment, Nollywood actress Lizzie Ajori has refuted reports claiming she was accused of stealing gold and using fake bank alert at Eko Market in Lagos on Monday. And now in sports, South African football legends Neil Tovey and Mark Williams say defeating Nigeria in the AFCON this year will be tough. South Africa side Bafana and the Super Eagles will meet for the AFCON finals in Ivory Coast on Wednesday.
And now we bring you news from around the world.
Kenyan police say they have arrested the main suspect who rented the gas depot where a blast occurred in a populated area of Nairobi last week. 6 people died in the disaster and around 280 people were injured when a truck loaded with gas canisters exploded in Embakasi in the southeast of Nairobi late Thursday. That's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. Firefighters are battling a fire outbreak at the NTA staff quarters in River State. Police have confirmed an influx of kidnappers in River State. Federal news suspension of commercial flights from Niger Republic. And on the foreign scene, Kenyan arrest prime suspect in deadly gas blast. The news was edited by Constance Mega. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifichuku Moyali. Many thanks for listening.